Namaste, everyone. I'm Jeni Ji. Thanks for tuning in. Now, in order to get content of videos and my interviews, even on my podcast, subscribe to my YouTube channel in order to get those notifications whenever there's new videos and content coming on. There's a lot of surprises coming for you guys if you're paying attention. So now I'm going to talk about what's going on with this week's cosmic vibes. November 27th to the 2nd of December. Now, we start off the 27th with the Gemini full moon. Now, this moon is going to be more compassionate. You're going to want to be finding more balance and peace within. You're going to be showing yourself more compassion. You're going to be more compassionate towards others. You're going to be more drawn to your soul tribe connections. You're really, really going to be wanting more peace. Now, make sure you're paying attention to your dreams because your soul's navigation, as I call it, is going to be coming into your dreams more and giving you messages. You know, we have that inner GPS within ourself, our soul's GPS. That's our navigation. So when you're paying attention to your navigation, it's like whenever you're in your vehicle and you enter your navigational wherever you're going to and such, and you follow that direction. Follow the direction of your soul's navigation. That's your inner guru, your inner GPS. Because this week, you're going to want to do that. You're going to feel guided. So on this full moon as well, you're going to be opening your heart more. You're really going to want to deepen more connections with your relationships. It could be your partner, it could be your friendships, it could be your neighbor, it could be your business associates, whoever it is. Really, really pay attention because you're also going to see more of what you want. It's like, you know what, I want this and I'd like to manifest that. Manifesting absolutely during the full moon. Write more down on your vision board. Like I have a vision board, I always have. And whenever I'm hearing that, Jeni, do this or start that, I write it down. I don't look at how it's going to happen or when. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that's something I'd really like to do or change or start creating. I write it down. So really pay attention to what you're being shown. You're also going to have more fulfillment during this full moon. So whatever it is you've been working on or working towards, you very well are going to see, wow, I can't believe I have this now, or I manifested this, or wow, I've really come a long way, you know? So we can also go into that fear zone as well, which release it, let it go. There's been a lot of endings taking place, and that's going to continue on. You were shown what is not working for you, what is not in alignment within your soul. And especially this week, it's just going to continue on. And that's why you have to listen and pay attention to that soul, your soul's GPS, that soul navigation. Really pay attention because what resonates with you is the direction you're supposed to walk upon if you pay attention. Like if you're using your GPS and that GPS is saying go that way, and you're like, no, I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go the other direction, right? You could get lost, right? Or you might, like, oh my goodness. However, we can always come back to that stop sign, as I call it, and go on that road that, okay, I surrender. I guess I should listen to my soul speak. I guess I should follow my soul's navigation. Really pay attention this week. So now on the 27th and 28th as well, you might find that your shoulders and your arms and your lungs might be a little bit more sensitive because during these planetary times, every day, it affects our bodies differently. So different parts of our bodies become more sensitive than the others, and also your animals, right? Like you might find, wow, why is my shoulder hurting more? Why is my ankle, or why is my feet swollen up, or whatever. Surrender the process. You can't fight with it. Believe me, I try, but I'm like, oh, okay. I get it. I get it. I get it. Right. So November 29th to the 30th, you might even find that your stomach and your breast area and your womb area might be a little bit more sensitive. Go with the flow. And that can even go on till around the 1st of December as well. December 2nd to the 3rd, you might find your heart and your blood pressure, blood circulation. Oh gosh, releasing emotions. Or you might have a higher emotion that day where you're like, anger, right? So your blood pressure is going to start increase. So be really, really gentle on yourself, even towards the 4th and the 6th, which I'm taking you a little bit further. Your pancreas could start acting up, your digestive. So, just kind of make sure you watch what you're eating this week too, because you're going to find that you're more drawn into changing your health routines. If it's like, I got to really plan out a workout routine. I really want to start watching what I'm eating, shifting and changing foods. Maybe I need to add in some supplements and such like that. You're going to find this week you're going to be more drawn into that as well. So, making health a priority is really, really important. I mean, I get what it's like to be busy and such like that. And I'm like, I got to get back into this, and that. I get it, right? I mean, November has been a very transformational month. It's been very busy. How many of you guys were slam dunked busy? No matter what it is, no matter what it is. It's like every day, yeah, I have to do this. I have to do that. Why is it appointment there? All of these things, right? It's been nonstop. Like, what have you guys been doing? It's embracing these changes because your soul wants you to gravitate into the new. You have felt that for so long, and you're like, I can't deal with this anymore. We all have those limitations with what we are like, this isn't working. I can't. I can't. So you might have found that you made some major decisions. I sure did. And I'm like, oh, good God, work with me, Spirit. I'm surrendering with trust and with faith. I know I heard it in my mind. I heard in my soul's navigation that I had to make these new decisions, that I had to embrace the new with this and that. It's exactly what I've done. Exactly what I've done, because I'm like, I'm trusting the process. Trusting the process, what is in alignment with your soul's best interest. Having faith is very important. Everything is coming together in perfect alignment. Everything is coming together in synchronicity. You'll be able to really reflect back and see where you were. Take a look back where you were beginning of August. Where are you now? What have you guys accomplished? Like, I checked off a couple of major things I wanted to accomplish this year on my vision board, and I have, right? We all have those little goals, little dreams and such. And then we know that our bigger dreams, the bigger things that we want, they take a little bit of time, and it's what you do on a day-to-day basis will determine your future. You have to take time out for yourself, because if you don't, you're not going to get these things down. You have to take time to rest, right? You've been working on letting go of your old habits and such like that, which we're still going to be working on. And even this week, you're going to find, wow, I really want to slow down. Oh, it's time to take that breath, meditate, really reflect back. Because even on the 28th and 29th, you're going to see more of your worth. You're going to be seeing more of your talents and your abilities that day. Even on the 28th, for me, I have a big day coming up. It's also my dad's anniversary for when he passed. Right. I kept hearing that. And then I'm like, what's going on? And I'm like, okay, that's why. So the 30th, you might find that you're going to be more creative. You could be writing. You could be setting more goals. You're going to be more intuitive that day. Your energy is going to be a lot more higher. And as we move into December 1st already, can you believe it? Like, that's crazy. Where's the year gone? December 1st, you're going to be taking that time back and reviewing. It's a day to review. You're going to be getting more clarity. It's a master number day, December 1st. So master number days, really pay attention to what's happening that day, the good and the bad and the ugly, right? So whenever you're seeing that, oh gosh, I can't deal with this, or oh my goodness, really pay attention to that. Because again, your soul is bringing things to the surface that's not working for you. It's going to continue that, right? You know, we could be out traveling along, we could have our GPS on, and all of a sudden there's construction or the road's closed or whatever. And you're like, oh gosh, right? It happens. So this is why it's paying attention to your inner GPS, your soul's navigation. The 2nd of December, wow, I can't believe we're in December. You could be feeling a little bit more festive. I mean, December is a month for Christmas for those who celebrate Christmas and holidays and such like that. You're going to be like, you know what, I'm going to get a little festive. I'm going to put my tree up or decorations or whatever. I'm going to start my Christmas baking and so on. You're going to be planning your month ahead of time, right? You know, and especially pay attention to January. For some reason, I'm hearing January coming in very strong. Really pay attention to that month for some reason. For those of you, if you have January circle, like sometimes I'll all of a sudden hear a date being circled. I'm like, you know what? I just heard this date, and I'll circle it on my calendar, and I'll be like, I heard this date. You know, it could be a sad day, it could be an exciting day, it could be a day of something majorly happens, and it does actually. It does for me, anyways. So whenever you're hearing your soul's GPS, your navigational system, and you're within your soul, pay attention to that. Really pay attention to that, because you're going to be even finding that you very well could be more drawn to be more self-employed. You're going to be like, you know what, I want to be more independent. I'm going to stop doing all of these things that are not working for me. I'm drained. I'm not happy working on these projects. I'm not happy at that job. So open your mind and really pay attention. Start writing it down. Really start writing it down. So you're going to be working on situations even more so. So this is a really, really big week for you guys. Like every day is a big day. You know, I write down what's going on with my day and such, you know, and leave it open, what's best for my higher self and highest purpose, no matter what happens, right? And I surrender the process. You know, we all have our good days and not so good days and our real ugly days, as I call it, right? It's the balance. It's balancing things out. You know, it's whenever we have those really, really good days, you know, it's like we have to go through certain challenging days and difficult days, which of course nobody likes to do. Who does, right? However, when you're having a good day, really reflect back where you are at this moment, where you were before. It's like, wow, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad it's over with. Oh my goodness sakes. Geez, where did I get the energy and the strength to get all that done in that day or week or month or whatever, right? Take time out for you. Take time out for you, right? Like I just bought a brand new vehicle and I went in the fear zone. The vehicles here in Canada, the average new vehicle is $50,000. It's absolutely insane, you know? And I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But I surrendered it, right? And I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful, truly, truly grateful. So be grateful for the smallest things, no matter how small it is or how big it is. I mean, I'm grateful for the smallest things, even to talk with you guys, right? So now let's find out what the cards have to say, right? When people book a reading with me, I don't use cards because I'm a psychic clairvoyant medium. Do past life akashic record reading. I'm an animal communicator, meditation coach, and so on, right? So I don't use cards. However, because we're doing this video, I say we because I'm channeling 24/7, right? I always say we because I include whoever I'm getting messages from, which is a long list, and I'm not going to go on about it. I just say spirit because it's a lot easier. Unless I'm hearing somebody specific, then I'll be like, all right, okay, all right. So now make sure you guys clear your cards 3 times on wood, bang it on wood 3 times. I've already cleared my decks before, because if you don't clear it, you're bringing your energy into the cards or whoever else used them. So this is why I cleared the cards for the universal message for you. You are watching this video. It's meant for you. So What is the message from the spirit world from November 27th to December the 2nd? What's the message from the spirit world? What's the message from the spirit world? Also, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. This month very well could have been a very lucky month for you. So let me know what's happened. Let me know what's happened. You know, lucky breaks and such. Lucky breaks. I mean, that's always a good thing, right? Positive shifts, you know, trusting the process. So what's the message from spirit? And right away, move these other ones over here. What card fell down? Oh my goodness. Now, how interesting is this, right? So, you know how I said, especially this week during the Gemini full moon season, you're going to want to show more compassion towards you, yourself, and others and such like that. When you're showing compassion towards yourself, that's self-love. Very important, right? So this card here is the Lady of Shalott. Now I have a painting of that. It's one of my favorites. It's matted and such like that. I've had that for many, 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 many years. So I would show it to you, but it's way over on the other side of my wall. Now this card here represents love, idealism, illusion, and victim. This is a week, you know, where you guys have been reflecting, when you have been really letting go, you're opening up your hearts, you're seeing a lot more clarity. You know, we can create our own illusions. It's so easy to create illusions when you go into fear zone. When you go into fear zone, you're creating illusions that are not there, right? That's why when we go into fear mode, we all go into fear mode. I go into fear mode at times. So I'm like, okay, let's take this stop down. Let me start writing things down, what I'm really like nervous about or afraid of. And then you have to trust and surrender the process, of course. So this is also a week to take some rest for yourself. See how she's kind of laying there and, oh gosh, I need some rest. I've just had a really busy week. I've had a busy month. You know, I need to take some time out for me. I need to reflect. There you go. Look at that. What a beautiful card. What a beautiful card. So let's top it up a notch here with the animal world. I mean, I'm an animal communicator, as I've stated, and I get messages 24/7 from the animals who have passed on, the animals who are also here. You know, that's why it's like 24/7. I get messages nonstop. I just say spirit, right? Because there's all different energies I channel and speak with. So let's find a message, what our animal kingdom wants to say. From the 27th to the 2nd of December, what's the message from our animals? Oh, too many fell out. Didn't feel that. It's the message from our animal kingdom. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so now the card that fell out is the cougar. Confidence. Be bold and take charge. Now, the only way you are going to see any changes being made in your circumstances is for you to implement those changes. Even if it's baby steps, start by writing things down that you want to change, that you want to work on, that you want to end or begin, and take even baby steps. Like some people can take really bold steps, like with me. Even when I went into the car dealership, I'm very straight to the point. This is what I want. Let's do this right now. Well, we can give you a test drive. No, not interested. I've been looking for the past 3 years, you know, and they're like, wow. And I'm like, I like to keep things simple. There's no need for this, and that, right? Take charge of the situation. I go after what I want, right? Things come together in perfect alignment. I always said the day that I got my vehicle, my new vehicle, I'm going to be moving. So I'm taking those shifts to make things happen. Divine timing, things come together, right? So take charge of your life. Set boundaries, right? You know, we have to balance time for everybody and situations. Of course we do. That's part of life. However, really pay attention to people who are taking you for granted. Very important. Doesn't matter who it is. It's your boss, it's your partner, it's your family, it's friends, whoever, it's irrelevant, right? Life's a balance. You let go of the wrong people, the right people come in, right? So let's find out what the universal forces have to say for us this week. The energy and the message from the spirit world. Money fell out. I didn't feel the energy. What's the message? The message from Susan, lock your doors. I don't know if you're watching this video or not. If Susan, if there's a Susan, you have a place up in the countryside, please lock your doors. Don't leave it open. Don't leave your doors open, unlocked, by the way. So be more mindful, set your alarms on. Don't want to scare you. But when I hear a message like that, I say it. So 27th of November to the 2nd of December, 27th of November to the 2nd of December. 27th. Okay, here we go. Here. Merriment. Oh, look at this card. Now, this is a card. This here looks like inner child. We are still healing. We are still on Chiron energy until the end of December. Now, Chiron will bring up old wounds. If it's traumatic events, if it's wounds we're still healing from, it could have been when you were a child, teenage, older, doesn't matter. Because healing is a process that takes time. And if you take a look at there, it's taking time out for you and having fun, you know, festive, December, you know, having fun. Every day you should have some fun, have a good laugh, right? Like sometimes I'll sit back and I'll watch, I love the show Frasier. You know, I love watching the old episodes and such like that. I just start howling and laughing. You know, certain movies and things like that, I just start laughing. You know, my little dog Bella, she's like, she looks at me, gets all excited and such like that. So it's time you take time out for you and have some fun. It really is. Have some merriment within. Embrace your inner child. Embrace that laughter. You might be connecting more with your soul tribes this week, different people, compassion, deepening your relationships, laughing and joking and having fun. It's so important. Try not to take life so seriously. So seriously. There's been enough of that. We've all been through enough of the bullshit from these so-called leaders in the world. It's time you start doing what you want to do. Laugh. Laugh. Enjoy life. Seriously. Right? I have like a witch cackle laugh, and it's not very often at all. You'll hear that laugh. And whenever that witch cackle comes out, as I call it, oh my gosh, I can wake up everybody in the apartment complex that I live in, right? So, all right. So what is our crystal saying to us now, especially during this full moon? As I mentioned, put your crystals out to get recrystallized their energy, right? So what is the message from our crystals? From the 27th of November to the 2nd of December. Always gravitate towards the crystal that you're drawn to. Like today I have on one of my pink quartz crystals. So I was drawn towards that. So what is the message? What is the message from the land of the crystals? Our crystals. So pyrite, wow. Let the money flow in. In order to receive, you have to balance the giving with the receiving. If you're the one giving and giving and giving and giving all the time, you are blocking receiving. This is why you have to have that balance and especially set boundaries. If you're giving all of your energy to everyone else and not taking time out for you, you're going to burn out. You're not going to be happy. You're going to be on overdrive. So you're blocking prosperity and abundance from coming into you and for you. So balance things out, really balance things out. That's very important, you guys. Hi, right. Let the money flow in. We all need to survive. We all have bills and things and situations to deal with, of course. So, alrighty. So let's top it off here. Let's really top it off here. What's the universal message? What is the universal message from Source to the 27th of November to the 2nd of December? Remember, listen to your inner guidance, your inner GPS, your inner soul's navigation. What is the message from the spirit world? The message from the spirit world. The message from the spirit world. Didn't feel that. The message from the spirit world. Spirit. Okay, well, that's very interesting. Now, this card is someone taking charge. Mastery. Now, you know how I said 28th and 29th this week, especially? You very well are going to be seeing more of your talents, your abilities, your worth, your worthiness, and such like that shining forth. Really pay attention to that because we have our abilities, we have talents, we have our uniqueness. When you're being yourself and being authentic, you're going to see who you truly are. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. You know, I had somebody tell me, Jeni, you know what? We want to hire you and we want to make you manage our complex, right? And we'll pay you really good money. And I'm like, you know what? Thank you. That was really nice of you. However, that's just not my soul's calling. That's not my destiny. You know what? It's something I'm not drawn into doing and such, but I'm very grateful and thank you for the opportunity. I have to go this direction. Yeah, but Jeni, we have all these benefits and I understand. However, it's important for you to stay true to yourself. You know, you have to walk in your own path, what works for you. And sometimes we have to take those jobs for balance to add on and such like that. That's the balance. That's the balance. I had somebody contact me, who does, spiritual work and such like that. She's a yoga teacher and things really slow down for her. And she's like, Jeni, you know what? God, I have to take this job. Should I take this job? Like, am I walking away from my destiny? No, you're not. Life is a balance. Sometimes we need to take on a part-time job or change our job to balance things out. We all have our good cycles, our not so good cycles. And just do what's right for you. Do what's right for you. We can get advice from other people and so on. However, do what resonates for you, that feels right for you. And how are we going to do that? By listening to our soul's navigational system within our soul's GPS. So now make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make some comments. Let me know what's going on with you guys, what changes you're doing, what's happening to you. And subscribe to my podcast, Soul to Soul Connections with Jeni Ji. Tune in. You'll be surprised who I've interviewed and so on. So let me know how your week's been, you guys. And I will talk with you all soon. Namaste.